Hello students. So in yesterday class I explained about introduction to economics. Just now only I sent syllabus of economics about like first PUC. So in first PUC you are going to study two parts. One is statistics for economics. Second one is Indian economic development. Okay, first I would like to start statistics for economics. So statistics for economics, in that nearby 9 chapters. So in that the first one is introduction. After that we should discuss collection of data, presentation of data, then measures of central tendency, then measures of dispersion. So like this we have to discuss. Okay, first we should discuss meaning of economics and importance of economics, meaning of statistics and importance of statistics. So okay, in this chapter describes the definitions of economics, definitions about the economics, and also it can give the explanation about importance of economics and economic activities. It explains the economic activities, what is the what are the economic activities and meaning of economic activities, and also it explains the meaning of statistics and importance of statistics. Okay, first we should discuss meaning of economics. So under the meaning of economics, yesterday only explained economics is a social science Economics is a social science which studies day to day economic activities of human life. Okay, this is the meaning of economics. Economics is a social science which studies day-to-day economic activities of human life. Every day what we are doing, buying, selling, service providing, earning, saving, working. So what these are all activities we are doing, these are completely, it will come under the economics. Okay, so about this, so many economists given different types of definitions. First we would like to discuss or explain the first definition about the economics given by Professor Alfred Marshall. Alfred Marshall. So he is one of the economists. He can consider as a neoclassical economist. He is also one of the founder of modern economics. Alfred Marshall. He has given the definition about economics. So what is that? So he has given the definition, that is according to Alfred Marshall. The study of man in the ordinary business life. In the ordinary business life. Okay, according to Alfred Marshall, economics is the study of man in the ordinary business life. How the person behaving every day in business life, not personal life, business life. So we are discussing about meaning of economics, and also we are discussing about definition of economics. So we are discussing first part, that is statistics for economics. In that first chapter, that is introduction. So meaning of, under that meaning of economics already yesterday explained. Once again now also I written meaning of economics is a social science. Economics is a social science which studies day to day economic activities of human life. Day to day economic activities of human life. Once again, day to day economic activities of human life. Okay. So here about the economics, so many economists are given many definitions. Many economists are given many definitions. Under that, first one Alfred Marshall. So he is an economist. He is a modern economist. He is also one of the economists. Okay, considered as modern economist, right? So he is also founder of the modern economist. He is also one of the founder of modern economics. So Alfred Marshall. Okay, according to him, he has given the definition about economics. What is that? Economics is the study of man. Economics is the study of man in the ordinary business life. How the person behaves in the ordinary business life. In the ordinary business life. Okay, so then we have to discuss what is that ordinary business life. How the man behaves in ordinary business life. That is only explained by the economics. According to Alfred Marshall, economics is the study of man. Study of man in the ordinary business life. Like how the person behaves. How the person behaves in the ordinary business life. ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಹಾರಿಕ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅವನು ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. So how you can purchase, how you can sell, then how you can service providing, service holding. So that is only we have to understand. So here we are discussing about definition of economics. So under the definition of economics, the first definition given by the Alfred Marshall. So he is one of the most important economists. He is considered as the founder of modern economics. Okay, according to him, economics is the study of man in the ordinary business of life. In the ordinary business of life. So what is the explanation about ordinary business life? So that is only we have to know. See, one by one you have to understand ordinary business life. Suppose, see, when you purchase goods, just imagination, when you purchase or buy, when you are purchase or buy goods. In this situation, commonly for our necessaries, for our needs, for fulfill our wants, to get our satisfaction, we will purchase goods and services. It is also one of the important economic activity. Okay, so when we are purchasing goods and services, that time we should consider as, okay, consumers. Are you understanding? When you purchase or buy goods, you are considered as a consumer. Okay, see, when you purchase goods or when you buy goods, that time you will be considered as a consumer. First thing. Okay, as when you sell goods, okay, when you sell goods, this time when you buy goods, that time you are considered as a consumer. What purpose you are going to purchase or buy? To fulfill your needs. Not only for you, for your family also. Otherwise, to give to anyone. To give to anyone, you will purchase goods and services. Is it? So, when you are purchasing goods and services for your sake, for your family's sake, or to gift to anyone, okay, to gift to anyone, so that time you are considered as a consumer. Suppose if when you sell goods, that time you are considered as a seller. You are considered as a seller. What purpose? Suppose to get profit. If you are selling goods and services to other persons, that time you are considered as a seller. Okay, for the sake of profit, you will sell the goods and services. When you are selling goods and services as a shopkeeper, okay, so that time what purpose you are selling? For the sake of profit making. So that time you are considered as a seller. Suppose when you produce goods, when you consume, like purchase or buy goods, that time you are considered as a consumer. When you sell goods and services, like a shopkeeper, so that time you are considered as a seller. Suppose when you produce goods or manufacturing goods, for example, like a farmer, right? So when you are purchasing goods or manufacturing goods, that time you are considered as a producer, right? When you are buying goods, that time consumer. When you are selling goods, that time you are seller. When you are producing goods, that time you are considered as a producer or manufacturer, right? Then when you are in a job, suppose when you are in job, so when you are in a job, that time, so when you are in a job, like working for some other person, and you get paid for that. Suppose you are working for the sake of money, for the sake of wages. If you are working under the other person, if you are working for the sake of wages, that time you are considered as a service holder. Are you understanding? Suppose if you are in the job, suppose you are working in a you are working under other person. You are working under other person for the sake of wages. So when you are working under the other person, that means you are a service holder. Are you understanding? When you are purchasing goods and services, that time you will be considered as a consumer. When you are selling goods, that time you are considered as a seller. When you are producing goods, that time you are considered as a producer. When you are working under the other person for the sake of wages, okay, when you are providing service, you are getting money from that. For that you are getting money, so that time you are considered as a service holder. As like as when you are provide some kind of service, for example, doctor, lawyer, teacher, okay, so transporter. Are you understanding? When you are provide some kind of service as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a teacher, like as a transporter, okay. These are all like for example banking service, transportation. So these are all when you are providing like this time you are called as service provider. Service provider. Okay, understanding? First we are discussing about definition of the economics given by Alfred Marshall. According to Alfred Marshall, so the study of man, the economics is the study of man. Economics is the study of man in the ordinary business of life. In the ordinary business of life. So under the ordinary business of life, so what will come? That means if you purchase goods and services, that time you are considered as a consumer. If you are selling goods and services, that time you are considered as a seller. When you are produce goods and services, that is producer. So when you are in a job like working under the other person, you are getting paid. Okay, so that is you are considered as a service holder. And also when you are provide some kind of services like doctor, teacher, okay, then lawyer, then transportation, banking. So that time you are considered as a service provider. Service provider. Okay, these are all we can consider as economic activities. These are all called as economic activities. These are all considered as economic activities. Economic activities, those which are income generating. Those which are income generating. Okay. Otherwise, those which are helpful. Those which are helpful to the production of goods and services. Otherwise, here we can consider as, see, the activities which are gain or which are undertaken for monetary gain, which are undertaken for monetary gains. So these are called economic activities. These are called economic activities. The economic activities, see, the activities which are undertaken for monetary like financially, that is only I said income. So the activities which are undertaken for monetary gains, so these are all called as economic activities. These are all called as economic activities. Are understanding? We are discussing about definition of economics according to Marshall. According to Alfred Marshall, he has given the definition about the economics. So according to him, economics is a study of man. Study of man. So in the ordinary business life, to understand this, we have to study, like you have to discuss these things. When you are purchasing goods, you are considered as a consumer. When you are selling goods, that time you are considered as a seller. When you are producing goods, you will be considered as a producer. When you are working under the other person, that time you are considered as a service holder. So when you are providing the services like doctor, teacher, lawyer, transporter, like a banking service, that time you are considered as a service provider. Okay, these are all consumer, seller, producer, service holder, service provider. These are all called as economic activities. Economic activities, the activities which are undertaken for monetary gains. Like activities which are undertaken for monetary gains, these are all called as economic activities. Then economic activities are, there are 4. Production, consumption, distribution, exchange. Okay, these are all called as economic activities. Production, consumption, distribution, exchange. So production means act of producing goods and services. Act of producing goods and services, right? Then consumption means act of using goods and services. Act of use of goods and services. Then distribution, that is the national income is distributing among the people through wages, interest, profit, rent. Okay, so distribution means the national income is distributing among the people through the rent, wages, interest, profit. Then exchange, so that is we can exchange the goods and services. We can exchange the goods and services. Okay, anyhow, these are all called, what is that? These are all called as economic activities. These are all called as economic activities. So up to this definition about economics according to given by Alfred Marshall, given by the Alfred Marshall. Okay, next we will discuss about statistics. If you not understand anything, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, thank you.